After 60, your feet have walked thousands of miles through daily errands, long days at work, and every joyful or painful step in between. They've carried you through life's seasons, so now they deserve more than just another pair of shoes. They deserve comfort and style without compromise. Many women believe they have to choose between fashionable shoes and supportive ones, but that's an old story. Today, with the right knowledge and a little intention, you can find footwear that not only supports your aging feet, but also makes you feel proud to show them off. In this video, we're going to explore how to choose shoes that care for your joints, support your posture, and still reflect your personal taste, whether you prefer flats, sandals, sneakers, or heels for special occasions. Let's make every step feel good again, stylishly. Tip 1. Prioritize arch support, not just cushioning. After 60, one of the most common changes in the feet is the flattening of the arches. That beautiful natural curve in the middle of your foot begins to collapse due to age, weight distribution, and loss of muscle tone. What does this mean for your shoes? It means that arch support isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. You may think a shoe is comfortable just because it's cushioned, but here's the truth: soft soles don't solve everything. In fact, too much cushioning without proper structure can cause your feet to slide inward or outward, which can throw off your entire posture, leading to ankle pain, knee strain, and even back problems. Let's break it down. Why arch support matters. It keeps your foot aligned, which protects your knees and hips. It prevents overpronation when your foot rolls inward, a common cause of joint pain. It reduces fatigue, letting you walk or stand longer without discomfort. It helps avoid conditions like plantar fasciitis, which causes sharp heel pain. In short, arch support equals energy plus protection. What to look for in arch-supporting shoes? Built-in arch structure. Look for shoes with a raised contour in the midsole. This cradles your arch and prevents flattening. Firm, not floppy, soles. The sole should gently resist when you bend it. If it bends too easily, it won't support your arch properly. Removable insoles. This lets you swap in orthotic inserts if needed, especially if your arches are very low or collapsing. A wide toe box, to allow your toes to spread naturally, which reduces pressure on the arch. Low heel height, 1 to 1.5 inches. Flat shoes without support can be just as harmful as heels. A small lift actually relieves pressure on the heel and arch. Does this mean giving up on beautiful shoes? Absolutely not. There are plenty of stylish brands today that design with both beauty and biomechanics in mind. From elegant loafers to casual slip-ons and supportive sandals, the options are expanding every season. Remember, shoes don't have to be orthopedic to be orthopedic friendly. Real-world example: Margaret, a 67-year-old yoga instructor, used to buy only soft shoes thinking they were gentler on her feet. But after months of heel pain, she visited a podiatrist and realized her arches had weakened. She switched to shoes with firm arch support, and within weeks the pain eased. She still wears chic sneakers and slip-ons, but now every pair has structure. Final thought: comfort doesn't mean softness, it means support in the right places. When you support your arches, you support your spine. Your knees thank you, your hips thank you. And your feet? They'll keep walking you forward, stylishly and pain-free. Tip 2. Choose flexible materials. Soft where it matters, firm where it counts. When it comes to choosing the right shoes after 60, it's not just about how a shoe looks or how thick the sole feels. The material itself plays a huge role in both comfort and foot health. In fact, choosing the wrong material can turn a short walk into a painful experience, especially for aging feet that are more sensitive, more prone to swelling, and slower to recover from pressure or friction. What flexible material actually means: you want shoes that are soft and forgiving across the top and sides, especially around your toes, bunions, and the upper arch, but they should still offer firmness at the heel and sole to prevent your foot from wobbling or collapsing inward. Think of it like a supportive hug, gentle up top, but steady from the base. Ideal materials for senior feet: leather, especially soft or stretch leather; breathable, molds to the shape of your foot over time and resists stiffness better than synthetic options; knit or mesh uppers, lightweight, flexible, and especially great for warmer climates or if your feet tend to swell during the day; memory foam or EVA insole, cushions, pressure points while adapting to the unique shape of your foot. Rubber or thermoplastic outsole, TPU, shock absorbing and slip resistant, especially important for balance and safety. Avoid materials that feel too rigid or plastic-like. These can cause blisters, pressure points, and skin irritation. Do not breathe. Poor airflow traps moisture, increasing the risk of fungal infections and odor. Stretch too much. Overly stretchy materials can lose their shape, causing instability or a sloppy fit. How it helps your daily life. Shoes made with well-chosen materials can adapt to your foot's changes throughout the day. For example, many women experience swelling in the afternoon. Flexible uppers allow your shoe to expand without pinching. Firm heels keep your posture upright and supported, and breathable insoles help you stay dry and fresh even after long hours of wear. Real example. Teresa, 64, used to wear cheap ballet flats made from stiff synthetic leather. They looked great, but every night her toes were red and sore. She switched to a pair of leather flats with a cushioned sole and soft stretch across the top. The pain disappeared, and she still gets compliments on them. Final takeaway. Shoes should move with you, not work against you. Look for materials that support your foot structure while being kind to your skin. That's the key to aging beautifully and walking confidently. Tip 3. Prioritize non-slip soles. Stability matters more than ever. When we're young, we often take balance for granted. But as we age, even a small slip on a wet surface or an uneven sidewalk can lead to serious injuries. That's why choosing shoes with non-slip soles is not just a good idea. It's essential for maintaining independence, safety, and confidence in every step. Even the most beautiful shoes lose their charm if they make you feel wobbly or insecure. Why stability matters after 60. With age, muscle strength, and joint flexibility decrease, which affects balance. Medications, vision changes, and even inner ear issues can add to instability. A single fall can lead to fractures, surgery, or long-term mobility issues. That's why your shoes shouldn't just fit. They should support how you walk, where you walk, and how your body feels doing it. What to look for in anti-slip shoes. Rubber soles with a textured tread. These give traction on both dry and wet surfaces. Look for shoes with visible grip patterns, wavy, ridged, or grid-like soles. Low, wide heel base. A broad heel or no heel at all gives more surface area contact with the ground, improving stability. Firm midsole prevents the shoe from twisting side to side, especially when walking on uneven ground. Heel collar support shoes with a cushioned heel collar help lock the foot in place, reducing ankle rolls. Slip-on styles with secure fit. Avoid backless styles unless they grip well. A snug but flexible fit keeps the foot centered with every step. Avoid these red flags: thin, slippery leather or plastic soles, high heels or narrow stiletto-type heels, flip-flops, backless clogs, or shoes that flop when you walk. Soles that feel smooth or glossy. Test grip by pressing and twisting gently. Real example. Helen, 72, loved her leather flats, but on a rainy afternoon, she slipped on a tile floor and fractured her wrist. Her doctor recommended non-slip soles, and now she wears elegant rubber-soled loafers. They're still stylish, but with grip, confidence, and peace of mind. Final thought. Stability is beauty in motion. When you walk without fear of falling, your posture straightens, your steps become lighter, and your smile becomes freer. Safety doesn't mean boring. It means being ready to enjoy life, wherever your feet take you. Tip 4. Don't ignore the toe box. Your toes deserve space to breathe. One of the most overlooked parts of a shoe, yet one of the most important for women over 60, is the toe box. That's the front part of the shoe where your toes rest, wiggle, and push off as you walk. A cramped toe box can cause more than just discomfort. It can lead to real problems like corns, calluses, bunions, and even nerve pain. And when your toes are unhappy, your entire step becomes unstable. After all, your toes are the last point of contact with the ground in every stride. They guide balance, absorb pressure, and help you push forward. But as we age, our feet spread out. Years of walking, weight shifts, and even swelling throughout the day make the front of the foot wider and more sensitive. That's why shoes you used to wear in your 40s might now feel too narrow because your foot has changed even if your size hasn't. So what should you look for? First, pay attention to the width of the toe box, not just the overall size. Even if the shoe fits lengthwise, the front might be too tight. Try pressing your thumb across the front of the shoe. If the material barely moves, it's likely too restrictive. Choose shoes that allow your toes to spread naturally. A rounded or almond-shaped front is often better than pointy or narrow styles. Second, think about toe depth. If your big toe or second toe is higher or longer than the rest, which is common, you'll want a toe box that gives enough vertical space. Otherwise, each step may press your toes painfully against the top of the shoe. Shoes with mesh or soft leather uppers are great because they give a little, adapting to your foot shape while still holding their form. Here's something many people don't realize. Foot issues like hammer toes and neuropathy don't always come from disease. Often they come from years of wearing shoes that squeezed our toes into unnatural positions. Choosing a roomy toe box now is a way to protect your mobility in the future. You don't need clown shoes. You just need shoes that respect the natural shape of your foot, especially the front. A good pair should feel like a soft shelter, not a tight trap. Take Susan, a 68-year-old artist. She used to wear sleek loafers every day until her toes started feeling numb. A podiatrist told her the culprit was a narrow toe box. She switched to a brand with wider fronts, even found a few stylish models with embroidered details and playful colors. Now she says she walks more and paints longer because she's not distracted by foot pain. Your toes may be small, but they matter. They carry more weight than you think. And when you give them space to move, they reward you with balance, stability, and a far more joyful walk. Tip 5. Choose easy-on styles, because convenience is a form of self-care. As we grow older, it's not just our fashion sense that evolves, it's our relationship with comfort, routine, and energy. And when it comes to shoes, one thing becomes crystal clear. Struggling to put on your shoes is not a sign of grace. It's a sign of poor design. You shouldn't have to bend, twist, tug, or fight with your footwear just to get out the door. That's why choosing easy-on, easy-off shoes is not just a convenience. It's a form of self-respect. For many women over 60, issues like arthritis in the hands, stiffness in the lower back, or reduced flexibility in the hips and knees can make something as simple as tying shoelaces feel like a task. And when something becomes a task, it steals energy. Over time, it creates resistance, not just physical, but emotional. It makes you less likely to go for that walk, step out for errands, or meet a friend for coffee. That's why a pair of shoes that slips on easily is more powerful than it looks. Let's break it down. There are several design elements that make a shoe truly senior-friendly in terms of convenience. First is the entry method. Slip-on shoes are great, but not all slip-ons are made equal. Some stretch gently at the opening, making them easy to slide into, even if your feet swell a little. Others may look like slip-ons but require force or awkward angles. Look for options with elastic side panels, stretchy knit fabric, or wide openings that let your foot glide in naturally. Another brilliant feature is Velcro or hook and loop straps. Many brands have elevated Velcro from something purely functional to something discreet and stylish. These let you adjust the tightness even if your hands are stiff or if your fingers are no longer as nimble. Velcro makes daily life easier, plain and simple. Also, look for zippers on the side, especially for ankle boots or mid-rise shoes. A good zipper makes getting dressed faster and more dignified. You should also think about heel lips, that slightly extended back edge of a shoe that lets your foot slide in without crushing the heel. Combine that with pull tabs or even a long-handled shoehorn, and suddenly putting on your shoes is no longer a struggle. It's a smooth part of your morning, not an obstacle. Let's talk style. You don't have to sacrifice elegance for ease. Today's market offers beautiful shoes that are cleverly constructed. From sleek loafers to sporty slip-ons to elegant flats, there are dozens of options with hidden stretch, discreet fasteners, and thoughtful design. Some brands even make orthopedic shoes look like designer pairs, proving that function and fashion don't have to fight. Take Marjorie, 71, who once avoided outings because changing shoes took her 10 minutes and a bit of a struggle. Her daughter bought her a pair of stretch-knit slip-ons with a zipper on the side, and everything changed. She felt empowered again. Now I don't hesitate, she said. I just slide in and go. That's what we're after. Ease that invites action, comfort that invites joy. At this stage in life, your shoes shouldn't ask for more effort. They should give you back energy. They should serve you, not the other way around. As we've seen, finding the right shoes after 60 is about so much more than fashion. It's about freedom, safety, and self-respect. Your feet have carried you through decades of life, love, challenges, and change. They deserve support. They deserve comfort. And yes, they still deserve beauty. Whether you choose soft materials, wide toe boxes, anti-slip soles, or easy-on styles, each choice is a way of saying, I'm still here. I still move through the world, and I choose to walk well. You don't have to wear what's trendy. You just have to wear what feels right for you. Shoes that support your feet can help support your life, step by steady, confident step. So here's your gentle reminder. Comfort is not laziness, it's wisdom. Stability is not boring, it's strength. And choosing shoes that love you back, that's just smart living. Thank you for spending this time with me. Your steps are still full of grace, and now they're a little more supported too.